What's up, everybody? Today I am going to be doing my review and just talk about the cold butter pegs, and just going to give you guys some information before you go ahead and buy them. I'm kind of sick right now, so I apologize for sounding like this, but so first of all, I've been running the cold butter pegs for about a year now, if not more. I've went through about 6 or more sleeves. I still have like 3 brand new sleeves. This is one of them. And I recently switched over to the Fiend Belmont peg, 4.5 long, and this is just a sleeve. I have the actual peg on my bike. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is length. Recently, Colt just made the new cold butter pegs in 4.5 inches long. But this is the very first one that came out, which is the small. I'm not sure. I think this is 4.1. I might be mistaken. I'm not sure. But they just recently made them in 4.5 long, and this is the shorter version. And pretty much what I'm going to say is, if you buy the cold butter pegs, you have a high chance of messing up the dropouts on your frame. Pretty much cold butter pegs, as you can see, the sleeve is really thin. Like, the plastic sleeve is thin. If you look at the Fiend Belmont peg sleeve, I'll put them side by side so you can see. You can see in person it's a lot easier to see that the Fiend Belmont peg is it's a bit thicker than the cold butter peg. Therefore, if you're gonna grind with the cold butter peg, it could bend your dropouts, forcing your dropouts to close on your axle. So when if you want to take your back wheel out, it might get stuck, or it might strip the axle, which happened to me with my premium Stinger. It actually broke it a lot of times, because what happened was, when you keep grinding on the dropouts, if it's not thick enough, it'll pinch the dropouts and it'll start closing little by little. So if you do ice picks and you slam the peg onto the rail, with cold butter peg, since it's so thin, it'll hit the dropout first if you hit it on that angle, and most of the time it'll bend your dropouts, and that's not going to be good for your frame. It's going to make taking off your wheel harder, and if you're going to take your wheel out, you're going to have to bang it out, and if you want to put it back in, you're going to hammer it in, and that's just going to ruin your axle. But if you get a peg like the Animal Butcher or the Fiend Belmont peg, the sleeve is has 4 millimeter of thickness or something like that. But I know the sleeves are thicker, so it protects your dropouts a little bit more. And with these, they don't protect your dropouts that well. So, and also, it's just better to buy pegs like these that are thicker, like the Animal Butchers and the Fiend, because since the sleeves are much thicker, they'll last you a lot longer. Don't get me wrong though, like the cold butter pegs, when I was running them, they were really good pegs. The only thing is they wear out pretty quick, as you can see. If you grind a concrete ledge and you're trying to film a line, they're pretty much going to be done like in the first good 10 runs of you grinding a concrete ledge. They'll be like looking like that. The cold butter peg, I'm pretty sure it features a Chromoly over here compared to the Fiend. I know I shouldn't really be comparing this peg to another peg, because this is just a review on the cold butter pegs, but other pegs like the Animal Butchers, the Fiend, and some other plastic pegs, they feature an aluminum peg on the inside, which is a lot weaker but a lot lighter. But this one features a Chromoly, so it's a bit stronger. So if you like wear down the plastic and you start grinding on the Chromoly peg, it won't wear out as fast as aluminum core. But it makes it a little bit heavier if you guys care about weight. But that's just pretty much how it's going to be. I'm still running the cold butter peg in the front, but I'm running a longer Fiend peg in the back. So if you guys are thinking about getting the cold butter pegs, they are good pegs, don't get me wrong, but you just have to keep in mind that they may bend or pinch your dropouts, which might close on your wheel, and that's kind of scary, because it happened to me, and it started happening to my new frame, and I switched over to these pegs, and the problem's starting to go away. So yeah, that's kind of my full review on the cold butter pegs. If you want to get them, go ahead. I'm pretty sure they're $17.99 or something like that. But you know, there's other pegs out there that are, I guess, better because they're going to be thicker. They're going to protect your frame better. They're going to last longer. So it's up to you. You guys can try them out if you want to, but keep in mind what I said. And that's all I got for today. Thank you guys for watching. Peace. So this is what I was talking about. As you can see, we have a fiend peg here, which is thicker. So as you can see, we have the peg and then the dropout. So if I was going to feeble or ice pick, I'd hit the peg and not my dropouts. If I have the cold butter peg here, as you can see, you have the dropouts and then the peg. So if I did an ice pick and I messed up by accident and I didn't grind on the peg, I hit my dropouts, it would slam on the dropouts. Like your dropouts would hit the ledge, and it would, if you keep doing that, it's gonna just keep closing and closing on your axle, and it can mess it up. So as you can see here, you have dropouts first and then the peg, and if you even wear it down, that's even worse. But if you have the a thicker peg, it's gonna hit the peg first and then the dropouts. You could see peg, then dropout. So that's just the point that I was trying to make. So if you're in the market for plastic pegs, I'd try to look for the thickest possible sleeve, just so you can protect your dropouts. And that's pretty much it.